following a gluten-free diet is if you have a condition called celiac disease, which is where your intestines are actually damaged by a type of protein in certain grains called gluten. So we're doing some gluten-free snacks here today. The first one we have here is a yogurt snack, where you take Greek yogurt or your favorite yogurt that's gluten-free, and you can add dried fruits such as dried cranberries, and you can also add in some nuts for some added protein and fiber. We also have corn tortillas with melted cheese and served with a fresh salsa. So you can just take one of the tortillas and add some salsa and munch away, and you've got some veggies and a nice gluten-free grain in the corn tortillas, and the cheese just makes it tasty and gives you some extra protein and calcium. What we're showing here is something that might work well for a holiday appetizer. Brie, and you can serve it with things like chutney, which has great flavor, and fresh fruit. You could also add, we also have ants on a log, which is a classic snack that kids love. And everything that goes in ants on a log happens to be gluten-free: celery, peanut butter, and raisins. So that's, and it's fun to get the kids to help you make those. They're really good at putting on the raisins. So what we're going to make today is a all-purpose gluten-free flour that you would want to use in place of regular flour in a recipe for, say, holiday cookies, for instance. So today's flour is made with sorghum flour. It's high in the nutrients phosphorus and potassium, which is good. We also add in a cup of tapioca flour, or tapioca starch is also another name for it. It's made from the cassava plant. It's not very high in nutrition, but it does improve the texture quite a bit. We're also using cornstarch in this recipe. Again, a low nutrient flour, but it does a nice job of lightening the baked goods. And then our last ingredient is a half a cup of a bean flour. Bean flours are going to be nutritious because they contain fiber and protein and other nutrients, and that's going to give the flour recipe also a little flavor. You could also, in place of the bean flour, use a nut flour such as almond flour. You could use corn flour or chestnut flour even. When you're measuring any type of flour, you need to be careful to lightly spoon flours into the measuring cups, because all flour is packed down and you can wind up with way more flour than the recipes call for. Then mixing them together with a whisk in order to get them well blended. Once you get everything mixed together in a large bowl, then you can put it in small containers for storage in your refrigerator for up to 1 week. If you're going to store it longer than that, put it in the freezer. And here you have it, a batch of gluten-free flour ready to go next time you're ready to make some cookies.